Aloha, everyone. Welcome back to One Truth Ministry. Man, 2017 is almost here. It's going to be a great year. I mean, not only with a new great president, but it's going to be a year of revival. I believe that. I absolutely believe it's going to be a year of revival. But I want to tell you right now, I want to tell you about an experience I just had the other night driving Uber. That's why I'm in my car today, because it's where this experience took place. The other night when I was driving Uber, I picked up a Muslim man, a man from Saudi Arabia. He lives in Saudi Arabia under Sharia law, and he was a very pleasant man. I was very privileged to meet him, and I was just asking him questions about what it's like living, under Sharia law, and he basically, just said basically the Holy Quran dictates everything. It controls how everything is influenced by the Holy Quran. And so, we talked about a lot of things, and but the thing he's telling me about is what he feels that there's really only one difference between Muslims and Christians. And truthfully honest, he's probably right. But the one thing is a big thing. Is see, Muslims, they actually do believe in Jesus. Well, sort of. They believe that he was a prophet, but they do not believe he was the Messiah. That's really the only difference. They believe that he was no different than any other prophet, like John the Baptist and Isaiah and all those other ones. And then they do believe that there was the last prophet was Muhammad, which I don't think that's true either, because there's still living prophets among us today. I see prophets all over the place. But let's get back to that one thing that they said, they believe that Jesus is a very, very important person. And this is the thing that I found intriguing about that, because I asked him, I said, well, you don't believe that Jesus was the Messiah, the Son of God? And they said, no, we don't. I said, well, do you believe that Jesus was born to a virgin? Yes, I do. I said, okay, interesting. I said, do you believe that Jesus performed all those miracles? Do you believe, like, such as making the blind man see, raising someone from the dead, walking on water? Do you believe Jesus did all those things? And he said, yes, I did. Yes, I do. And then I said, but we believe that it was God that worked through Jesus. I said, so let me get this straight. You believe that that he was born of a virgin and that he performed all those miracles, but yet you don't believe he was the Messiah? And they're like, no, he was just a prophet like everyone else. And I said, well, that's interesting. I said, but what other prophet was able to do all that? What other prophet performed all those miracles? What other prophet walked on water? What other prophet was born to a virgin? And his answer was, well, none of them were. I said, but yet you still believe that he was the same as all the other prophets? And he said, yeah. And I said, oh, okay. Well, I didn't want to argue with him. He was my Uber customer. I didn't really want to argue with him, but I just was kind of just putting it in there to get him to think. And I asked myself, well, do you believe in the resurrection? He said, oh, you mean like when he was up on the cross? I said, yeah. Do you believe in the resurrection? And his answer, he gave me an interesting answer. He said that, well, we believe that Jesus, did live after that persecution, but we don't believe that it was Jesus that was up on the cross. We believe that God put someone else up there that looked just like Jesus. And I said, oh, well, that's an interesting theory, I guess. I mean, for me, God can work miracles. I mean, no one can deny that. But, man, that just seems to me like they had him the whole time. They had him under his watch the whole time. It just seems to me that it's very hard to put someone else up there. But maybe I didn't, like, again, he was my Uber customer, and he was a pleasant individual, so I didn't really want to argue with him. But I thought I just thought his answers was reasoning. And then he said one thing after that. He said, well, he said, the thing of it is he said, we agree on everything except that. He said, so we should be able to live in peace because we both believe Jesus was an important person. We just don't believe as far as we just believe differently about the extent of what he was. And I said, well, that is true enough, but there is only one problem, and as it is as our ministry is one truth based on the verse John 14:8. I am the way, the truth, and the life. So what that simply means is that in order to believe in Jesus truly, you got to believe that he is who he says he is. Because if you don't believe that, then you don't really believe in him. And he wasn't a prophet. He was the Messiah. And I mean, the very fact that, none of those other prophets did all that. And don't get me wrong, I'm not diminishing. Those law prophets were great men of God, but they were men. Jesus was the Messiah, and he didn't. He is the only one who performed all those miracles, and he's the only one that was born to a virgin. That right there says he was not just your typical prophet. So, this man was a pleasant man, and so when he says, let's don't focus on the one thing we disagree on, well, the problem is that one thing is everything our religion's about. Our religion's about the Messiah. I don't want to say our religion, our faith. Our faith is about the Messiah. It's about Jesus. It's about the resurrection, and it's about our salvation through him. It's about, because none of us are worthy, but yet because we believe that Jesus is Lord and we believe he saved us, we can be redeemed for all our sins. So unless you really believe that Jesus is who he says he is, you just don't really believe in him. So, again, there's only one truth, and that truth is through Jesus. And as much as that man was a pleasant man, and and lots of the Muslims are pleasant people, they really are, but that doesn't make their faith right. There's still only one truth, and it's Jesus. Hey, God bless you guys, and Happy New Year. Bye-bye.